You ready?
Do another clap, Steve.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Traven Walker. Alongside me is Devin McDonald. And we haven't really named this podcast yet, but we are a part of Rio Grande Esports.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to be discussing, well, exactly that. Just what's going on with Rio Grande Esports.
Rio Grande Esports?
Rio Grande Esports. Now part of the ECAC. Red Storm logo. Anyway. Before anything else, you're going to be seeing a lot of us this season more than likely. So before we end up seeing us a lot more, how about we actually get to know us a little bit? So why don't we start with a nice little discussion of why we're even here, about how we even got here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing I want. I never know your story. How did you end up getting here?
That's a crazy story in general.
Really?
So I joined Rio. I'm old. I'm 25. I joined Rio Grande summer 2017 after I graduated high school. I'm a local kid, so I'm from around here. I graduated and I joined the baseball team here, and I was a walk-on. I played for a while, and I played one semester, and then I really wasn't doing so hot in school, so I went ahead and I found the best opportunity just to drop out. I dropped out for a year, but during that time I had found the welding program here at Rio, and I really enjoyed it, and the instructor at the time had convinced me to come back for classes, but I just wanted to finish the year, try that, so I started working this one job. I worked 90 hours a week at that job. Oh. Yeah, there was times it was bad.
I was about to say, how do you work 90 hours a week? Then I realized that, the factory right next to where I work right now, mm-hmm. They overwork their workers, and that is about the same way, honestly.
I was
there's 80 hours with them.
A welding helper, and I didn't help really the many welders.
You worked 90 hours?
Yeah, I worked 90 hours a week, Sunday to Sunday, 24/7. Didn't really have much of a social life all that year. I kept getting sick. Right now, I'm currently deaf in my right ear because I have an ear infection.
So I would imagine when you're getting sick, you're not getting rest.
But that, and that's how I've always been. I don't slow down for anything. I don't take moments and relax. I just kind of go. And I was working 90 hours a week, and then I got sick, and then I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So I went ahead and quit. Not even a week later, we went on COVID. That was when COVID hit. And I probably had COVID during the time. That's why I was so sick. And then that went on, and during that break, because of COVID, I sat down and I just happened to think about it. I was like, all right, I got to go back to school. And I was going for not professional education. I was going for athletic training.
Right.
Sports and exercise. And I was playing baseball. I was like, I'm going back. I'm not going to play any sports. I want to worry about my grades. I want to get my GPA up. I want to just sit there and get my degree and get out of there.
Yeah, guess what?
I went back for welding degree and was getting straight A's in all my classes. And I was enjoying it. And then I played video games all the time. I was always one of those kids that always wanted to be outside. My dad just told me the other day that I was one of those kids that my mom and dad had to sit down and talk and be like, you keep taking him outside, it's going to become a problem. So I didn't really play that ton of video games. I played a lot of the baseball games. I played a lot of 2Ks.
So you just played sports games?
Yeah, I didn't my first real game that I actually got into playing.
Okay,
and I enjoyed shooting, and we'll get into that one later.
I must say, you say real game it's not a real game. I hate to say it. Look, sports games, still video games, bite me.
Yeah.
Okay? I hate to say this right now. Look, granted, this coming guy right now. You know what?
Well, I'm talking more the shooters, the aspect that I come from right now.
FPS and stuff. Yeah.
It was Bulletstorm, and it's not even a esports game. It's just
a game.
Some game, and I enjoyed it. Me and my cousins played Call of Duty and Zombies all night, where we play Halo. We did all that stuff. Me and my brother did it all the time. And then I finally actually got into my first esports game, and that was Apex Legends.
Whoa.
Played it on a little mobile hotspot in my house on about 800 ping. 800 on a good day. Sometimes it's at about 2,000.
The funny thing is, I could boot the game up right now in the esports arena. It's probably still get 800 ping. So it'd be like the old days.
But I was playing. I could play probably one game a day, and that was if no one was in the house. So after school, I immediately got on the game, played my one game, did really well, ranked up really high in the game, and then after that, I was just playing because my brother joined the esports team here because he had joined on a pretty funny story too. He was a pizza delivery guy and he delivered a pizza here and then that's how he joined.
How did you join here? That's what I wanted. I didn't.
But we're getting to that. I just want to give my whole aspect because it's a lot deeper to that. But whenever I came in one day and I was just really astounded with all this because I had no clue what was going on. Like I heard stories that we had an esports team, but I was like,
yeah, because at that time I think you were hanging out with me and Seth and all them, weren't you?
It was a little bit before that.
A little bit, okay.
Yeah, it was before that when I came in. I came in during that summer a lot.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
And then after all that, it was at winter break, and that was after I started hanging out with you guys. And I was playing Overwatch. I bought the game. I just bought the game. The Overwatch team came in, and they're like, hey, you want to play that? So Jake, Lex, all those came in, and it was like, let's play some. And I was like, all right. And then next thing you know, I was killing Jake a lot. I was killing Ghoul, if you know his name.
Same person. Same person.
I was doing all that to all of their bigger players, and they're like, "You should join." And I was like, I was on the fence because I was like, I don't want to play any collegiate sports anymore.
Right.
And because I thought I was going to fall back into that same trap where I just wanted to focus on that sport and not my schooling.
You about did.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I know you about did.
Yeah.
And when you started coaching too, that's
about
it was the same thing too.
I'm in it, and I'm very competitive, and I will sacrifice everything to win.
Right.
And as I've gotten older, I've learned a good happy medium, and that's helped out a lot. But that's how I kind of joined the esports team. I played one semester and then graduated. Then I came back as assistant director, and I worked 1 year, and some things didn't pan out the way we wanted to. We unfortunately left, and I was like, I'm going to get my degree because this is something I want to do.
Right.
And I'm getting a professional communications major now. That way I can go to another school later on, help them out. But I joined as coach during that time as assistant director. And since then, I'm currently 28-11, semifinals appearance, 4 straight years of playoff appearances, trying to get a playoff championship. So that's my story pretty much.
Yeah. Funny thing is, mine's a lot shorter.
Yeah, I kind of went into deeper dive.
Yeah. So, January 2020, I was running an esports team at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I ran 2 teams during 2020. Both of them, take a wild guess what happened. They're both not existing anymore. On the first one, I ran purely by myself. We rebranded a team that one of my friends used to have. The name was Sayok. That was the name of it. We were a Call of Duty team. We were horrible. we were god awful. We were booty cheeks. I'm not gonna lie. But the team disbanded after some just arguments about stuff. And then I kind of was like, at that point I was like so dejected about esports and stuff. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't want to compete. I really don't want to like do anything. I didn't want to stream it at the time because I was streaming consistently too at the time. I was like so like defeated. And then COVID hit. And I was stuck in my room a lot, stuck doing whatever I really wanted to. And at the time, the only thing I really wanted to do, like, competitive-wise, I just wanted to play Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we're not playing Smash until, like, further down the road. But, around 2020, there's a funny little game called Valorant came out. I got the beta. I got the beta for it. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. The thing is that that's the one thing about that game that like I despised Valorant. I hated it because I'm a CS like a true like CS like lover. Okay, I love CS:GO. Still love CS:GO. R.I.P. my baby. I say that like I was high rank. I was only like MG at best. But no, I despised the game.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time in the summer, I tried to start. Well, me and one other guy tried to start up another team. And that's a whole nother story. I'll put it that. That's like this is just like the dangers of like trying to start off like some random like team. But obviously I came into school about 2020. I had a new attitude towards school because at the time I was about to drop out, but I'll say my fiance now girlfriend at the time, was like, maybe we'll give it one more shot and see what happens, okay? And next thing you know, one day I'm just outside playing basketball with some random freshman because I knew one because I went to school with him, and they're like, "You should go to the esports arena tomorrow." I'm like, "We have an esports arena?"
Mm-mm.
I'm like, "What in the world is an esports arena?" It's just like a computer lab with a bunch of computers and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go. So I walk in, I'm astonished. I'm like, holy crap, we actually have one of these. This is sick. Alex is there. Okay, that's how I would say. It's Alex, the first guy who formed this whole entire thing. And he's like, it's like, we're going to try to have a Valorant team, we're going to try to have a CS, and we're trying to get as many teams as we can. If you play Tetris, we will try to sign you. And I'm like, I'm not that great at Tetris, but I'll see what I can do. Mm-hmm. So I go grab my mouse and keyboard, I get on Counter-Strike. I go back to my room, come back, play Counter-Strike. I'm on deathmatch, I'm doing alright. But then I get a tap on my shoulder like, do you want to do a custom game real quick, a Valorant? And I'm like, screw it. Mm-hmm. So it's me, my friend Seth, my friend Eric, against Dan, Ray, and Alyssa. I remember that game came down to the wire, and the kids I was frustrated. I was so mad. We were on what's it called? Split. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, Dan was destroying me.
Yeah,
Dan was killing me.
Out of that group, Dan and Alyssa and you are the only ones that are still here right now.
Yeah. Other things that like they were all honestly Ray also got some good licks on me too, and also the fact that Alyssa, her lurking was just annoying. Mm-hmm. It was a really really dangerous combo. I hated playing against them. That was awful. I remember I tuned in. And I'm like, guys, look, straighten the heck up. I didn't say that exactly because I'm not trying to get I'm not trying to get the censors out just yet. We're on the first episode. Right. But I'm telling you guys, we need to straighten up. We need to figure things out. We lost 13-11. But close. Hey, it was out of that or lose by 13-3. It was out of that. But I remember late that night, I'm in bed, I'm right about to go to bed, I get a text message from Alex. Hey, you actually held your own pretty during that. Do you want to walk on? And I'm like, I got nothing else better to do.
Right.
Little did I know that one decision would change so much. Mm-hmm. It's baffling about how much happened just because of that one decision. I mean, I met so many great people because of it. I have competed inside of college, outside of college because of it. I have done so much, and I've learned so much about esports too just by me doing this too. The thing is that this is a pure example of taking the fullest of an opportunity. I think I got a scholarship within a year too. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the thing is the fact that just one little thing changed so much. Is the thing that just crosses me up. Because the thing is, you told me 4 or 5 years ago that I would be sitting on a couch in a studio talking about my esports history. I would just tell you that what history are we talking about?
Right. I would have been the same way. I mean, I've been
in all reality, my response would probably be who are you? Get out of my room. Or that's not the point.
Just barrels in the door. Hey!
Dude, you're going to be on an esports team and you're going to like it. Okay. That's all it's going to be like. That's all I can imagine. But no, that's... I don't know. It's just the beauty of this stuff, and too. The worst part is, they also told me that I was going to be on 5 different teams, 5 different games before everything.
Yeah, it would have been...
I think my first one was going to be, please don't let it be...
been no, it's too stress.
I would have been please don't let it be Overwatch. One of them is Overwatch. Damn it.
Yep, I'd say it's... No, it was not Overwatch. It was Overwatch 2. Get it right.
Wait, there's a 2?
This is Overwatch 2.
No, I understand.
There's 2. There's 2 now.
Wait, there's going to be...
Think of it as, it's 66? Well, now it's 5v5.
So, we cut in a tank, a DPS, what did they cut?
Cut a tank.
I like playing tank.
You know the Zarya Ryan comp? Yeah, it's no longer a thing.
I'll allow that one. Okay, I'm fine with that. Double Bubble was annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
That was I never played against them. I played literally season 36 of Overwatch. It ended season 38.
I'm about to say you're saying, look, hate to say it, look, Double Bubble, best way to explain it is that, do you like that line of sight?
It ain't there.
Don't like it now. Hey, you like that person you're shooting at? Not anymore. Mm-hmm. Not there. You know what's one thing I'd really like to see? Is how the Overwatch 2 characters will be able to handle Overwatch 1. I think I feel like Kiriko would still be broken. I feel like it should be more broken than that. I feel like it should be more broken, to be honest. Imagine seeing 6 characters barrel at you on Kitsune Rush. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
I'd be
I don't know how I would react now with the the Cassidy changes.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
with all the player
no
changes,
flashes.
it'd be a different story.
Yeah, there'd be no flashes.
Yeah, there'd be flashes back then.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Zen's health changed. That was a big one.
Then it wasn't like 275 or something like that?
It's 225 right now.
225, my fault. But it was like 200 back then. Yeah.
At 25 makes a big difference sometimes.
No, it does. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, there'll be like some characters on question. Like, I mean, Soja would just be a field day.
Mm-hmm.
General Queen would be D tier, probably.
Everyone would be happy that a sniper can do one shot. Don't have to listen to all the complaining. That's also another thing. Like, I never got on Twitter before, and like, I just never used like my socials.
God. I hate to say this right now. Look, Twitter. I hate to say this. Twitter has turned from like people saying funny things and like really bad takes to just nothing but bad takes now.
Yeah, and like,
it's so bad.
I get on there now, and like, I actually do like see a lot of esports stuff. I follow a lot more people now. I sit there and watch a lot of it now, and like, I even watch the professional scene. Like, I remember when I was like younger, I used to watch TV.
Yeah.
And I would watch certain things like, and I say I watch TV. I don't watch TV now. Like, I actually don't.
I don't watch. I don't watch programs. I literally just watch like
yeah, I'll
sports.
get on Netflix and stuff like that.
No, I'll watch like sports. Like the most thing I'll get to an actual TV show I'll watch is like wrestling at best. Yeah. And even then, that's just purely like just entertainment. If we're gonna be honest.
But whenever I was younger, I'd watch like every once in a while they had like League on TV, like TBS.
They had. I remember.
They had that, but
I remember my first exposure to the Overwatch League was in a Texas Roadhouse. I was sitting in Texas Roadhouse. I was like 4 rolls deep. like my brother.
Oh,
his
what is that?
Yeah, my brother. His girlfriend, now wife at the time, and then me, and things that like they would get like 1 roll each. And I realized that it was like, why do they keep bringing out 3 rolls? No, they brought out 4. Traven just eating 2 of them. Hey man, shut up. That's all it would be like. Like it was funny. Like I'm saying, like, hey, what monkey jumping? They'd be like, is it, look at it, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, they're playing video games on ESPN.
That, and then that's also like another thing. Like, thinking back on it, like the friendships I've made.
Oh yeah, no, I hate to say I would not be friends with like half the people on the Overwatch team if I didn't play Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean, like I would have already known you guys before that because how we met was a totally different thing.
How we met? That was weird. You just kind of popped in.
Yeah, I kind of just showed up. Well,
you guys just showed up one day when we were hanging out, and we're just like, I look, I'm like, who's this?
I literally forced myself into this friend group.
Yeah, no.
How I met most of the friend group. So like Ashley, Caboose, he's a graduate Seth,
2-time R6 champion.
Malachi, our sweet child. How I made that kind of friendship. They were playing D&D one time, and I wanted to play D&D, and I barged into the room that they were playing in, and I just kind of forced myself into. Yeah, and then next thing you know,
I showed up one day. We were watching some movie, and I'm like, who's this guy? And I didn't say it directly. But I'm saying like, who's that? And it was like, his name's Devin. Okay, I can vibe with it.
And now we're hanging all the time. Like now we're in that group chat.
It's almost like you're my coach, and I have to talk.
Should we leak the group chat?
No, no. Let's say it's almost like you're my coach, and I have to like see you 24/7. So I have to tolerate you even more.
So. But yeah, that's how like we kind of got started on all this kind of stuff.
No, the thing is that another thing is we gotta realize this used to be a ranky dink program. Mm-hmm. 80-minute little program.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed.
Had a lot of character, though.
Every semester, we've somehow improved and also taken step backs. But that's with every program. You're always going to do that, but like we've improved drastically since then.
I think every team has either had a no-win or a 1-win season.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it, because was it...
yeah, because whenever I took control of the program, I joined as a player, the Overwatch team was 1-9. And
1 win was an FF.
Yeah, the 1 win was an FF, and then the FF the rest of the season. Because they didn't have enough players, or...
Do you know something really funny about that, too? You know that they had 2... I think they had like 3 more games. They FF'd after the 1 game they were streamed. That's how rough that was. That was when they're like, no, we can't have this.
Yeah. And then I joined in that next semester. We went 4-5. Made our first playoff appearance. We lost in the playoffs. I remember I had no clue we were in the playoffs until that week of.
Yeah.
No one knew we were in the playoffs until like all of a sudden we got a message saying, "Hey, you're week one, round 1 is this team right here." And we're like, "Wait, we're in the playoffs?" Like I was done. Like I was prepared to like move on. I was like, "Okay, esports was just a short little spurt in my life.
Yeah.
I've got finals to prepare for. And the next you know, bam, we're in that. I was like, okay.
So let me tell you the story of the best playoff run we've had minus the R6 team. I'll give you the 2021 spring semester Valorant season. The thing is, I'm going to make this short because this is like the glory day, the glory days, aka the Linsanity run that we had.
The Linsanity.
That was a Linsanity run from... Well, the thing is, the problem with us, it wasn't even like we were bad or anything. Like, we were a great team. Like look, we won our first game that season. Which, by the way, let me preface something. The fall season that we played, we won one game, and it was against URG Black.
Our own
URG
team.
Red beat URG Black, and that was technically this program's very first win. The first actual win
beating
was
ourselves. There was no matter what we gotta win.
Yeah, the first actual win against an actual team was the League of Legends team. I'll say that right now. But the first actual win for the Valorant team was against North Alabama, and I remember that game because we got I got a threat from one of the guys from North Alabama because during the first game we played against Springfield, first activation week, we played against Springfield and we were on a pause, and I was talking about how much I don't like Arby's.
So I remember you talking about the story.
Here's the thing. Look, I'm gonna preface something. Look, you might like Arby's, and the thing is, if you like Arby's and from the South, you're out of this conversation. Okay, that's different than Arby's in Ohio.
The Traven infamous Arby's
Look,
rant.
Arby's can eat a beef, literally. It is not like keep your beefs, please. It is awful. It is just like this. Like how do you make a restaurant based off of just roast beef alone?
Successful.
I mean, here's the chicken sandwiches. Okay, I can tolerate those, but I'm saying like why? Okay, look, I'll admit now their fries are good. Their fries are probably the best thing they have.
Yeah.
But I digress. I'm getting off topic. But these guys.
I don't think there is a topic right now. We're just
there is a topic. It's still about like the greatest season that we've had so far. But no, this thing, they
boiled over.
They boiled over to a match, and I was like, we were VOD reviewing you guys, and we heard what Skyline was saying about Arby's. We're gonna make sure to beat you. We're gonna target you specifically, Skyline. And I was like, okay, I don't care. We won 2-0. There's a clip out there of like when we won, because we were so happy. I was in my room. I screamed. I remember the reason why I was in my room, it snowed that day. It was awful out here. It was impossible to get outside. So we were all like screaming and crap, and it was, oh my god, it was great. We could only lose to one team, Springfield. We went 7-1. We were number 1 seed. Okay, first team we went against, I think it was New England. No, it wasn't New England College. New England College went 0-8. I forget who it was, but I remember we beat them very convincingly. It was like 13-3, 13-4. And then we ran right to our boogeyman, which was Springfield. We lost, I think, 2-0. No, we won. Then we lost 2-1. Because the first time we played, we went 2-1, and then that time we went 2-1, and we lost on Icebox. Here's the thing: I've lost a little bit in this during this stuff. I've lost some big games. That is still probably the most crushing loss I've ever had in my time. Because the thing is, I know we could beat them. I know we could have, and I wanted to prove that we could beat them.
Yeah.
But we never got the chance to prove it again. Luckily, though, they won the championship that year. I'm not saying luckily because we lost to the champions. I'm saying it because we actually respected them. It was like a LeBron and Steph Curry kind of like rivalry where it's like everyone makes it animalistic, but everyone else that's in it is just like, okay,
right.
Like we all respected each other, you know. And the thing is that all involved everything. Caden became our coach. Caden was one of the actually was the MVP for that season, for Springfield. So the thing is, it was a rock paper scissors game between us and one other school. Is that we would beat I forget what school that was. Marymount. Okay, so we could beat Marymount. Marymount could beat Springfield. Springfield could beat us. It just depended on who got where first. Marymount met them in the finals and lost 3-2. I wish we could have got a chance. I'm going to confidently say that if we made it to finals against Marymount, we probably would have swept them.
Yeah.
Because we swept them in the season. But I don't know, that caused a bunch of problems for the Valorant team though. I hate to say it. It was roster mania after that.
Yeah, since then That's why it sucks. Like the only team that's actually had a done set roster
has been Overwatch.
Overwatch and Smash. I mean, even though it's solos.
It was mostly
solos. Solos been pretty much the same.
I didn't count that, but now since they're doing, their entire rules changed. Yeah. So, but no, it was like we've changed everything. Every season we've had a different roster, and it has just been nothing but a nightmare. Honestly, I hated it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest. Like I didn't like the game in the first place. And the thing is, I enjoyed it to like an extent, like at least enough to spend money on it.
Right.
But like, I just hated how everything played out. That's the part that got me. Mm-hmm. I hate that we had like every time we like lost something big, the first thing that we thought was roster change. What can we do differently? Who can we swap out? Who can we make to prevent this? It caused me to be a bench for a season. Mm-hmm. Like, and the thing is, it was the last season I played. That was when I proved that, like, hey, maybe that I wasn't the issue. But you know, every team I've been on, I hate to say it, I've been kind of like the killer of rosters, except for like a Smash team.
I know, that's why I'm playing so safe, and that's why I'm playing in certain ways with you.
Yeah, you only have me playing. You've been playing these backline characters.
I'm waiting for the curse to happen. So
well, here's the thing. So the Valorant team originally folded. With that Valorant team is technically back. It's just I don't want to say to discredit anyone because every single person on that team is talented. Mm-hmm. It's a skeleton crew compared to the rosters we used to have.
Yeah, we used to like recruit strictly for those situations.
Yes.
And now it's just like, hey, you want to play Valorant?
The thing is that we're in this really weird state because, like, you know, we transitioned from one director to another, and we're trying to adjust everything. This is a down year, unfortunately, for us. But statistically speaking, though, the last roster that we had was definitely the best roster we've had. Mm-hmm. I will openly admit that all the guys that we had all season that year were talented. Every single person was great.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that we just never could put together. That was the only issue we had. We couldn't put anything together. And things like the thing is that we've had talented teams, and it shows that we just couldn't mesh. The CS team, all of those guys were talented. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing it from like my perspective. All those guys were talented. The R16, the majority of those guys were talented. You know.
Yeah.
The Smash team, all those guys have potential. All of them were great. Obviously, some of us didn't pan out as much as we thought we would. The thing is, I'll arguably say I was the worst one on that Smash roster. I'll say that right now. Like I could beat those guys like in person, but I could not do it when it mattered. But that's not the point I'm getting at. The point I'm getting at is that like it is a curse, and I'm trying to break it with you guys. So I have that or start digging graves.
If not, it's last semester. We'll get you out the door. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
We just gotta start putting things together, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna say this right now. Look, this is being recorded on the 30th of January. We played the 31st.
Yep. We play tomorrow, but I don't know who we're playing against still. The schedule hasn't came out.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like it's probably like an influx of things. I'm not trying to make excuses for people, but I feel like there's just been like a giant influx of like people going into this league and they're just not ready for it. So, but besides that, I'm gonna keep it a buck, player to player, and everyone who's listening. I'm nervous. The thing is, I shouldn't be nervous with knowing my history, knowing how long I've been doing this stuff. You think someone who's experienced wouldn't be nervous?
Right. I mean, and that's the thing I was saying yesterday. Like, I'm nervous too. Coming from coaching standpoint, I'm standing behind you guys. I'm not playing. Yeah. This is you. This isn't me. But I'm so competitive. I want to win, and like I've told you guys, like, I mean, that was one thing I didn't bring up either. I was technically hired on to be coached, to be an intern coach.
Right.
Until we hired a new coach. We actually had a coach. Matt, I don't know if you're listening or not. He's from St. Clair. He goes by Apostle. He was top 500 tank. He was a phenomenal coach for us. He helped coach me. And then whenever I joined as assistant director, he stepped down because he was graduating. He was getting busy. He couldn't do anything. So I stepped in, and basically I was the intern until we found a coach later that year, or we got a coach that next semester or something like that. And then we started winning, and I think during the time Ray was our director and I was assistant, we just never looked. And then Diddy came in, and then he's not looked either. But I have that lure in the back of my mind that I'm still the intern coach. If one wrong move, I'm out the door. So that's why I'm like a lot harder on myself than I am you guys. I'm coaching. I got to make sure we're on a regimen. We got to make sure we're doing this. We got to make sure we're doing that.
My perspective right now, from my position, I have tried numerous times. So look, after the loss for 2021 spring, that taste of like, it's right, like the championship just being right there, has lingered.
Yep.
I have not been confident with a team going into a playoff since then.
Yeah.
And like I said, look, I'm not trying to discredit anyone by anything, but the thing is that like around these times, there's a cycle that happens.
Yep.
Where the team starts meshing, we start succeeding in certain ways, like little like victories and stuff. We start getting meshed, and then eventually one thing happens, and then we all just break off to the point that now we're in what's it called? We're in playoffs time. We're like this, and by the time that game's done and over with, we lost. No one wants to talk to each other. No one wants to do anything to each other.
I will say that's one thing good that I've made sure and the Overwatch team knows is that I brought in the stalemate of during season, during whatever practice, or your family. It's you're going to do whatever it takes to help them out.
And then
after season, I don't care. You guys can go fight in the parking lot, but. That's just the way I've been coached. That's the way I've been told everything.
Must say Nick must catch hands.
But way I told him was like after season, you guys can break off your separate ways. But once that season comes right back, you're doing everything you can to help each other out because you're only as weak as you're only as weak as your strongest link.
Right.
And right now the Overwatch team has been solid, and that's why we were so open like to having you back on the team.
I'm not gonna lie. Look, we played our first scrim last week. Okay. Not only was I was nervous about it and stuff, like, the thing is, like, I realized that we went even. We technically won it if we're going off scrims.
Yeah, if you go off
right?
that
But
way.
the thing is, you don't win scrims. You learn from scrims. The thing is that, like, I was like, man, I feel like I was keeping up, and I didn't feel like I did amazing. Mm-hmm. Then I looked at ranks. Like, I'm like, what, they have, like, a Grandmaster on their team or something?
Yeah, no,
both teams had Grandmasters.
How we did that ranking for that game there was because no one was going to join some games, and we went into something that was evenly ranked with no one. So you were playing against some very high-ranked people. You were holding your own against them.
I will say, I was sitting there, like the Junior Queen that we played against was, like, sniping me with that knife. Mm-hmm. And another thing as well, also,
kudos to you guys.
I'm getting, shout out Fresno State, and also shout out FAU for that. Thank you for the scrims on that one. The thing is, like, I was holding my own with those. But, like, I also felt like that, like, there was, like, that was the good part, but also on the other side, I'm like, I can improve still. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, no, but continue back what I was saying earlier, though, because I wasn't, I kind of trailed off a little bit about the whole entire thing with, like, the team and stuff. The thing is, my perspective, why I'm so nervous, I have one more shot. Yeah. I have one more shot to change, like, to bring home something. I feel like that the last, like, 4 years wasn't a waste.
Right. And that's the thing I told you at the beginning of the semester, and I told you all last year. And I'll tell you now, and everyone can hear this. This is your last shot, yes, but enjoy the moment you're in.
Yes,
you're doing this. This is something we wanted to do for a long time.
I have 8 games. Is what I see. But the thing is that, like, who knows what happens after this? Who knows if I just continue doing this esports stuff? Who knows if I go start a team or something, or if I go go jump on a team and just kind of play for a little bit? Who knows what I'll do? If I do something, I do something. But the thing
just enjoy the moment you're in. Enjoy every week that comes to you, and just go out there and ball out the best you can. And if you don't perform the best way, that was one thing I told the team last year. I remember I kept calling it the passing the baton because there was days we relied on Jake to hit a shot, and Jake wasn't hitting, and then we relied on Nolan.
I remember this speech. He said, I remember this.
But passing the baton, there's going to be days we're not going to rely on you to hit the shots because Jake's hitting all the shots.
Yes.
Or Jared's doing everything. So at that point, we're not going to sit there and be like,
I'll say,
Traven, hit your shots. I'm going to say, just joke with you and also get you fired up.
Oh, no. I say jokes all the time. I forget who it was. I missed all my shots. And I was like, man, lives is free. No, I just know regardless of when the last game I do play, just realize I'm going to cry like a baby. Regardless, because the thing is that this is all I've known for the last 4 years. This is all I've known. Yeah, this is all I've known since 2020. I know this and the stuff I learned in school. That's it. Mm-hmm. The things that this has been such a impactful part of what I've been doing for the last little bit. So, and things I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it tomorrow. Just realize I'm gonna be more amped than I really need to be. I just know that. I can feel it now.
So I do the breathing exercise with the team. So I do it with you guys.
I'm gonna be kicking at the door and be like, game day. Like it's gonna be like 11 a.m. We don't play.
You need to bring the bandana back. That's what it is. That's what it is. You need to bring the bandana back.
The ninja band back?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Get a low taper fade with it.
Imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade. Imagine if Skyline got a low taper fade. Okay. The thing is that this has been a very fun time, but unless we are 10 minutes over until practice.
We got to get to practice.
We rushed this episode. I think that this is supposed to be the get to know us kind of thing, so you understand why we're here.
Every week we might have like another special guest.
We're gonna try to bring some guests in.
Yeah, it's not gonna be just us talking all the time.
It's gonna be
learn about us. No,
this is gonna be this is like the heartfelt episode. This is like everyone's like get to know us. Make you feel for these guys.
Yeah. It's the prologue episode. You can skip it.
Yes. Yeah. You don't. This isn't canon. Don't worry about it. But check back next week and. Maybe we'll probably have someone with us. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll bring Goose on. Maybe we'll bring...
we'll draw cards. Also, you might hear us yell. Corbin's over here in the corner doing our computer guy stuff.
Yeah, Corbin.
So we might have Corbin look up some random stuff every once in a while.
Yeah. I don't know, Corbin. You got a random fact for the day?
I see you've been looking at the map the whole time.
Yeah. Why are you looking at a map?
I don't know. I just got bored and decided to go on Google Maps.
Okay, so now I noticed this episode kind of sucks because now you got bored on the map.
No, he got on there like immediately after Diddy left.
Oh no. But yeah, no. Do you got any like random facts about anything?
I would say first ever esports competition was in 1972 in Stanford University.
What game were they playing?
Space War.
The world is space. I gotta look that up.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I figured they would say
that's actually a good fact. Kudos to you.
Yeah,
good job.
Good job. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time when we have an official.
1972. Jeez.
Anyway, so we'll see you
Palm.
before Palm. Really.
Yeah.
Really. All right. I think we're gonna cut it here. We will see you guys. We'll see you guys next week when we probably have an official name.
Good boy.
Don't call me good boy. That is so...
I got that. How do I stop this?
That's gonna be like the ending.